Hi, my name is Fredrik Sandblom from the NX marketing team. In this short tips and tricks follow-up session to the first session on the Select Similar Faces tool, we are going to take a look at how we can really improve efficiency to the tool by using predefined standardized shape regions. So let's add an extra gear and introduce where the efficiency of the tool really comes into play. As this tool uses machine learning based shape search, there are additional smart options to be aware of. It might be so that you're looking for standard shapes in your 3D geometry predefined by yourself or your IT organization. This is enabled by utilizing saved standardized geometric shapes, some available out of the box, but where you can also define your own or have them defined by your IT organization depending on your system privileges. To utilize these standardized searches, you change the search scope option in the Select Similar Face tool to Search Region Library Object. This takes you directly to the predefined library of shape regions and where you can select directly from the drop-down. The Search Reuse Region Library Object allows for you to use the predefined shape searches available to you locally on your machine or your network. This is an easy way for you to reuse a shape search maybe defined by a colleague that you need to access. In addition to evoke the Select Similar Faces tool from the ribbon bar, you can also use the predefined shape regions defined in the Reuse library. The Reuse library already contains some basic shapes that can be reused. However, your organization would most likely define typical shape regions applicable to your company. On the resource bar, you can activate the Reuse Library tab, if not already available. Navigate to NX Example Library, Shape Region Library, Mold Part Design, and you will find some predefined shape regions. As this is a sheet metal part, I don't have any suitable shape regions defined here. And so I have created some of my own shape regions in a separate sub-library where I have write access. I navigate to the folder Find Similar, holding the shape regions I'm looking for. Here I can see that I have a square hole defined and in addition a support hole. To use this shape as input to my Select Similar Faces tool, I simply hover my cursor over the option in the member select area and right mouse button click on the required shape region. We now find that the Select Similar Faces tool is evoked and all the information needed is already pre-filled. No further selection is necessary, and so we simply hit Search. Search quickly finds us the matching regions in the part. To summarize what we have seen in this tips and tricks session of the Select Similar Faces tool and standardized selection criteria, you have seen that there are already predefined shape region objects available out of the box. The already predefined shape region objects can be reached via the Search Region Library object if existing in the NX library, or via the Search Reuse Region object if only on your local drive or the network. In addition, you have also seen that the Reuse library contains some predefined shape regions and works with the Select Similar Faces tool. Finally, you have seen how to use the predefined region objects and the speed of using them together with the Select Similar Faces tool, where all the search criteria is already defined and how that makes you much more efficient in the selection process. This concludes this tips and tricks session on the use of predefined shape regions while in the Select Similar Faces tool. Again, Further details will follow in the chronological follow-ups to this session, so make sure to stay tuned to the Siemens NX tips and tricks when published. With that final statement, I would like to humbly thank you for your time and attention.